Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come in and run my mouth for a quick second. Well, it's not going to be a quick second. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and just be honest with y'all. You know, I got some things I want to say, and I don't want to come across as someone who's being pessimistic. I really don't. And I don't want to come across as someone who's being messy. I really don't. Okay. I'm going to come across as messy. Okay. But I don't want to come across as a pessimist. I don't. Um, so this is a Real Housewives of Atlanta review. I want to talk about Sonia and Ross. Girl, here we go. Here he go. Girl, let's get here he go. Can I say something? These are just my thoughts. Okay. And all I'm doing is basing my thoughts off of what I've seen on my television screen and what these people done said. Okay. I'm just going by what the people said. Girl, I'm not I correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just going by what the people said. So Sonia is down to Dr. Jackie's office. She is hearing the baby's heartbeat for the first time. And the door opens, and one would assume that it would be her husband. No, it was not Ross. It was Marlo Hampton, or as the streets call Latoya Hutchinson. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and say something. I think Sonia is a fool for having another baby. I've said this, I'm going to say it again. I don't understand how Ross made it seem as if them remaining married would be contingent on them having another baby. Remember he said that at that dinner table when they had that conversation? I think last season, right? That was Sonia's first season, right? Yeah, last season. Yeah, that was her first season. I remember Sonia talking about how she didn't receive any support from Ross. He was never around. He was in Austin working on the family business. But she said he was never around. She said she didn't receive the support that she wanted, that she needed from her husband. She also, I don't think she said this on the show, but she said this. Um, she has a heaven baby. For the girls and boys who don't know what a heaven baby is, it's basically when someone decides to terminate, excuse me, a pregnancy early. My body, my choice, right? So she has a heaven baby. I remember her saying that she felt like she didn't receive the support that she needed from Ross. I think that was like a tough decision for her. And she wished that Ross would have just kind of supported her more in this decision that she made, what she thought was the best decision. So we have two examples of Sonia telling us that Ross has not been supportive. He wasn't there at the beginning for Ducey. So I'm trying to figure out. And then he not even there for the first doctor's appointment to hear your child's heartbeat. What I'm saying is this. They say the best apology is changed behavior. Ross ain't shown that he's changed. Because if you gonna make all this fuss about having another baby and that being the determining factor whether or not this marriage will continue, and then your wife vocalizes to you that she needs some support from you because basically you wasn't around, and then she finally gets pregnant. I think that you should be there every step of the way. As quiet as it's kept, you want this baby. I really don't even want it. If we just gonna be honest. I think Ross is trifling. I don't think that he's changed. I think that Sonya gonna be at that house by herself. Girl, all your mama done moved out. Now she only 10 minutes up the street. What they say, 10 minutes, 10 miles, one of the two up the street, right? So, she ain't in another city, another state. But, I don't know if the sister is still there. But we know Sonya can't handle Ducey by herself because even at the tea party last year at Brooklyn's party, Ducey was wearing her out. Ducey was wearing her low at Brooklyn's little tea party. I said, "Oh my god!" So you got two kids, baby. When I say Sonya, her gonna look just like this, just like mine. Girl, them edges gone. And what Ross gonna be in Austin? Taking care of the family business. Girl, listen, I ain't got no kids. I don't want no kids. Girl, I'm not helping Sonya take care of her kids. Girl, I'm not babysitting no kids. So girl, this is all Sonya. But I'm just saying, like, I don't give a damn if that is her husband. Girl, your husband will set you up. Because girl, he's not gonna be there. Ross should be at every doctor's appointment. Every single was this microphone on? He should be at every doctor's appointment. Every single one. All that fussing and cussing your ass was doing. I ain't gonna say fussing and cussing, but all of that you was doing, basically telling me our marriage may be on the line if I don't want to have any more kids. And then I finally go to the doctor. What is it called? Not a DUI. What is it called? The thing that y'all be having in y'all bodies that make y'all not the birth control. What is it called? I can't remember the name. Let's Google it. Birth control. It's like a D. It's a UD. Birth control. Was it IUD? Yes. Yes. She had an IUD, right? And she went and got it removed just so she could have a baby. Shout out to Sonya, girl. Shout out to Ross, girl. You, girl. You basically Sonya about to be a single mama, but she married though. Let me shut up. Anyways, Dr. Jackie tells her that she should have told her son so early that she was pregnant because basically, I mean, girl, we know, girl, anything can happen. And unfortunately for Sonya and well, I was about to say unfortunately for Sonya and Ross, but unfortunately for Sonya and Ross in the family, girl, Sonya miscarried. And she said she was by herself in New York. I'm not gonna put that on Ross because she was out in New York handling some business, thinking she could take care of whatever she needed to take care of when she got back to Atlanta, and she had a real bad miscarriage in New York. Again, I'm not putting that on Ross because I don't, I must just go out on a limb and say I don't think that they didn't know she was gonna miscarry. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah. Um, it was sad though when the son was like praying on not Drew's, Sonya's stomach and asking for a baby girl. I thought that was sad. Ralph and Drew, listen, Drew is a mess. I think a lot of us have come to the agreement that Drew is a hot ass mess. Okay. But when it comes to her and Ralph, maybe that Ralph is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. When I tell you, I feel sorry for any man, woman, non binary, girl, whatever girl you are, identify as girl. If you are in a relationship with somebody like Ralph, oh my God. Girl, Ralph is the type of person that will have you in jail. Yes. Girl, talking about turn sideways. Girl, face forward. Oh, because you done hurt some nigga. Because girl, Ross will play with your emotions, honey. Emotions make you cry sometimes, so emotions gonna get your ass whooped. Girl, keep playing with me. So Drew was in the bed. She's eating. She's tired, because tired, girl. Girl, got them working like 12 years as a slave, honey. Girl, he got girl, he done made a girl. Girl, Ty said, girl, we working from sun up to sundown, honey, girl. Girl, no, sun up to girl, sun up. We shooting this movie in 10 days, and we can push it 9, girl. So he got the girls working. So I'm sure Drew is dog tired, okay? And he reduces what she's doing down to her just having sex scenes. Last week, remember, he called her a thespian. This week, all you doing is shoot sex scenes. But when I tell you, I be trying to tell y'all don't want to hear me because y'all think I'm hating because y'all say ain't got no man. But girl, when I tell you, girl, the haters, y'all be talking about people be hating, girl. Sometimes your biggest hater is a nigga who you fucking. When I tell you, I don't know how Drew deals with Ralph. When I tell you Ralph is a hater, girl, you acting like Drew. First, so Drew basically brings up Courtney calling her the bitch, the bitch, a bitch, right? And I told y'all, some of y'all, were trying to get me to change my mind, but I wouldn't because I didn't hear it. I can't change. I can't go by something I didn't hear. I didn't know. It sounded like to me, I was with Candy. It sounded like to me, like I didn't know when she called who she called the B word. Because when they played the clip, it did sound like she was talking about Sonya. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. It did sound like she was talking about Sonya. But some of y'all were like, no, she was talking about Drew. I was like, well, I couldn't make it out. I didn't know if she was talking about Sonya or Drew, but it sounded like she was talking about Sonya, but I still didn't know. So we'll get to the part where Courtney and Drew talks at the end. So at this point, Drew is basically letting Ralph know that, cousin Courtney, girl, well, as Courtney called her towards the end of the season, you a cousin-in-law. Girl, the whole time she been cousin Courtney. Um, when I tell you, girl, if Drew stay married to Ralph, she's a fucking idiot. She's an idiot. When I say, babe, Ralph is over there telling Courtney all they business. I know he is. Because the way that Miss Courtney threw, girl, I'm getting ahead of myself. Listen, okay. So Ralph basically says, her calling you a B, what they got to do with me? Girl, she didn't offend me, she offended you. Now, this is the thing. There's a difference. Yes, I know some people would probably say Ralph was telling the truth because Ralph basically said Kenyon called you the B word, Marlo called you the B word, but now all of a sudden it's Courtney. You want me to jump in it? Yes, because that's your cousin. This is my friend group, right? This is my friend group. I can handle these women. That's your family. Family. That's your family. That's your cousin. You need to handle her because she just called me out of my name, right? A part of me believes that Drew really doesn't care about Courtney calling her the B word, but it is what it is. Um, so Drew believes that if basically if I got an enemy, then you got an enemy. It depends on the situation. I mean, sometimes that shit really don't, because sometimes you could really be beefing over something just bona fide, like just dumb, and then you expect your partner to just hate the person because you hate the person, but in reality, like it's really dumb. Why you probably don't like her or him? You know what I'm saying? Um. So, anyways, Drew goes downstairs. When I tell you, Drew went downstairs and Miss Allison, honey, I want Allison on the show. I want Miss Allison on the show. I'm gonna tell. I know some of y'all don't like Courtney, but I'm telling y'all, this is who they need to bring back. Because Drew and Ralph ain't getting no divorce. They not, and they still live together in that house. You're gonna have Drew and Ralph. Go ahead, bring Courtney back. And girl, go ahead and Drew, you need to go ahead and tell your sister, I'll get you a cute little 1 bedroom apartment in Buckhead. You know, get her a little cute 1 bedroom, 6 month lease, right? What's a cute what a cute one? Well, a cute just one, a real cute 1 bedroom apartment may run you in Buckhead about 3,500. I'm talking about a cute one. There's not no just cute, a cute one. Girl, girl, this is your 4th year on the show. You making some decent money. Girl, get your sister a cute little a 1 bedroom. Tell her we shooting the show, and girl, mic her back up. That's Drew's storyline for next season. That husband of hers, that cousin of hers, and that sister, because Miss Allison is with the shits. They need to bring Allison back. They need to bring Courtney back and Ralph back and Drew back. Tell y'all. Girl, if they drop the ball, girl, Allison don't play about Drew. She don't. Allison, if she's mentally strong, I want Allison to come back next season. So they go downstairs. When I tell you, Allison cut her eyes so deep at Ralph, like she was like I'm talking about girl. So Drew mentions to Allison about Courtney calling her a B. And Allison basically just confirms what Drew was saying, like, yes, she did say it. So then Ralph says, you called her a B. Also, you've called her a bitch too. Bitch, me calling her a bitch ain't got shit to do with bitch. Girl, Allison said, I don't care if they called her a banana. If she has a problem with it, then it's a problem. Let's start there, okay? Here go Ralph. Here go Ralph. I got this. I can handle this. No, what it is, and just like Allison said, you brought me into this. You mentioned my name, girl. You called for me, so I answered. That's why Ralph don't want Allison in that house. That's exactly why Ralph banned Allison from that house for 3 years, because Allison clocks his shit. And he can't play that game that he plays with. Can I say something? I told y'all this is going to be a messy review. Drew is in the situation she's in, and I don't want to offend anybody. This is just my opinion. Girl, what they say, opinions like assholes, everybody got one. Drew is in the situation that she's in. One, because, girl, I'm sorry. I feel like the mama, the family that Drew comes from, that, the Christian, a woman's role, a woman's place, respect your husband. I think that has played a number into Drew in the way that she maneuvers when it comes to her marriage. And also now you have this husband who's girl psychotic as so you got on this side, it's like, well, I'm supposed to do X, Y, and Z because they tell me this is what I'm supposed to do. Then on the other hand, you got this crazy man. I think that's Drew's battle. At least it was for a minute. I really do believe that. Anyways, so that's why he didn't want Allison in that house, because Allison clocks his shit. And he can't play those games he plays with Drew. Because Allison, no. You can play that game with her, but you're not playing it with me. And that's exactly why Drew banned Ralph. Ralph banned Drew from the home, which also brings me to this. Can you imagine? But see, Drew, this is your fault. Can you imagine you also allowing your husband, because I guess he's the man of the house, the head of the household, the leader, the provider, the protector, to ban your sister from your home, but then you tell him about one of his family members disrespecting you, and he tell you basically what they got to do with me. And that's her husband, though. That's her husband. At least she got a man. 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 Girl. Ralph and Allison get into it. Sheree and the daughter. So Sheree too regular for me. Girl, Sheree sounded like me in the car. Sheree said when the bill collectors call, honey, girl, she don't let the bill collectors stress her out. Sheree said when the bill collectors call, I don't let the people stress me out because when you get it, you'll get it. Girl, you too regular. Girl, Sheree is too regular. That's why Sheree should not be on the show because she's too regular. Like the truth of the matter is, a lot of these women on the show we can't relate to. I cannot relate to Heather Dubrow. I cannot relate to Dr. Nicole and Anthony. Girl, I cannot relate to Alexis. Like, that's the whole purpose of these shows. Well, I know it's not the purpose anymore, but I think I need to get that out of my head. Girl, these are just regular degular women, girl. When Sheree said, girl, she be ducking and dodging the bill collector. And she don't let them stress her out. Girl, her phone rings, she put it back down, basically. I'm letting people stress me out, honey. I said, girl, you sound like us. Girl, why is Sheree on the show? If I was Sheree, I would be furious at my children. Because the daughter, the oldest one, tells her that she has met, girl, her daddy's daughter. We call you, you can have the same daddy but different mamas. When you got different mamas, girl, that's your daddy's daughter. That ain't your brother or your sister. When you got the same mama and different daddies, you brothers and sisters. When you got the same daddy and different mamas, girl, that's your daddy's son. That's your daddy's daughter. That's my half brother. That's my half sister. So anyway, she said she had been around the daughter before, and she said she thought that Sheree knew. She thought it was like some lost, estranged child. Baby, me and my daughter, as grown as she is, I would have cursed her out, and I guess she could have cursed me right on back. But there's no way that she would have been able to sit there and tell me some shit like that to my face. Girl, I would have pulled that car to the side of the street so fast. Girl, what did you just say? So y'all did know. So y'all been walking around here. I just think it's weird because you meet your father and your mother. Is Tiara okay? Is the oldest daughter Bob's? Yeah, right. They all Sheree got the same baby daddy, right? It's still weird to me. It's weird to me because I think Sheree got one baby daddy. The point I'm trying to make is this: if she does, it's weird because y'all all grew up in the same. Like your kids grew up in a 2-parent household until it wasn't a 2-parent household. So for her just to up and meet some random woman, you wouldn't think to pick up the phone and be like, "Mama," because the first thing I'm gonna do is, "Girl, Mama, why you didn't tell me that Daddy had another baby? I had a daughter, but you ain't said nothing to your mama. Y'all ain't said nothing to y'all mama." I think that is weird. Sheree should have been pissed off. I would have been pissed at everybody, children included. Anyways, Kenya and her father comes over. He ain't talking about nothing. He ain't talking about possibly expanding the family. He tells her she almost died, which is so crazy. That's why I said, girl, y'all got to stop acting like, girl, babies don't be taking people out. Like people be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have just another baby, like it's just easy breezy. Girl, you got Sonia up in New York, damn near dying. Girl, you got Kenya, who the doctor said that girl, that was the worst case that she's ever been involved in when Kenya was pregnant. Girl, these pregnancies are not easy. Girl, you have a whole person in your body. Okay? Anyways, girl, we ain't talking about Kenya. Girl, Kenya, we I ain't got nothing to say about Kenya and that baby girl. Ralph and Drew. Girl, so they go to therapy. I tell you, Ralph is a girl. When I tell you Ralph is fucking psychotic. Girl, remember that scene? Girl, remember that scene on Love and Marriage? No, Love and Hip Hop, Huntsville, when Jocelyn just sort of it was Jocelyn, Mimi, and Stevie J, and Jocelyn was upset because she had just found out that I guess Mimi was still dealing with Stevie J, girl, and she just started beating Stevie J up in the therapy session. Girl, that's exactly how, girl, I would be with Ralph. Girl, just beating him up in the therapy session. Girl, just windmilling for my life. Girl, just turn her up. So Ralph moved out of the bedroom. Listen, y'all know I'm not no Ralph defender, but I just call it for what it is. I don't I didn't think it was an issue at first, right? One, some people, I'll tell you this much. I know someone who, is in a marriage and they used to, like their partner snores bad. Like to the point they've recorded them like snoring and sent it to me. And I'd be like, girl, there's no way. Girl, why don't you just go sleep in another bedroom? Because clearly he needs to go to the doctor and get something fixed in his body because that shit does not sound right. So stuff, and it's like you can't never get no. Like, why are you putting yourself through a situation like that when, girl, you can just go to the other bedroom? Like, girl, it's not like y'all divorcing. It's just that, girl, whatever he got going on, girl, it's disrupting you. Girl, you gotta get up in the morning to go to work. Girl, how do you even deal with that? So every time, just because a husband and a wife or girl are partners, they sleep in separate rooms, that don't mean that it's the end of the marriage. Sometimes, girl, that's what needs to be done. Because, bitch, I can't get no sleep. So Ralph wasn't in the room because Drew would come in late, and he said that it would wake him up, and then it would take him hours to go back to sleep, and so he moved out of the room. That made sense to me. It really did. The part where I got confused, when I said, baby, I could not keep up with Ralph. Ralph started talking about the AC being on 60. He liked the AC on 68 to 72. Drew liked it on 82. Now I was thinking maybe they have, maybe I have heard of homes where, like, different parts of the home are like different floors have their own thermostat, right? So, but I'm thinking in my head, maybe the kids' bedroom is on the first floor and their bedroom was on the second floor, and so he can set the thermostat to what he wants to on the different floor. So that's why he probably likes. Girl, I don't know. I'm not. Girl, when I said Ralph started talking about, girl, he moved out of the bedroom. Um, I don't know what Ralph. When I say Ralph is crazy, he said it's a liberation. Ralph, let me say something. This is how Ralph be looking when he like nigga, nigga, are you smizing? Is this America's Next Top Model? Girl, is this your headshot? Girl, do you think you shooting a picture for cover, girl? Like, why are you looking like this? I said, this nigga is crazy. Girl, he was just talking real crazy. I couldn't even keep up what he was saying. The shit he was saying was crazy. He said it feels liberating, girl. Liberating for girl. Then listen to this. This is how this shit went. Y'all listening? Are y'all listening? So Drew says the kids have noticed that he moved out of the bedroom. He said that's a lie. Drew said, I'm not lying. They noticed. Drew read the Drew read the text message from between her and her son JoJo, word for word. So after he called Drew a lie and said that that wasn't the truth, he then says it's not a concern. You created it. Then he tells her it's not about how you. It's about how you say it. So this nigga went from telling her she was a bona fide lie about the kids being concerned about him sleeping in another room or not in their bedroom. He went from you're a lie to it's not a concern. You created this to now it's about how you say it. Drew texts JoJo back and says something like, basically, it's okay. Daddy's only sleeping in the room because I'm shooting the movie and it wakes him up. She was being honest in the text message. It wasn't nothing like, it just wasn't nothing sneaky. He said it's about how you say it. Drew said it like, I don't know what dad is doing. No, she did not say it that way. Ralph is crazy. Girl. I put Ralph thinks he's smart. Ralph thinks he's smart. And Ralph is dumb. He is. Ralph thinks he's smart, and Ralph talks in circles, and he thinks that he said what he says is intellectual, and it's not. Girl, I've been told Ralph to get the fuck up out my face. Girl, I'm not playing this game with you. Ralph is the one who, if you got into like a disagreement, girl, you will probably it will probably almost turn into a fight. Sheree. Did y'all see Sheree Alexander McQueen bag? Y'all know I took a picture with it. I took a picture of the I paused the TV and then I took a picture and I Googled the picture. Girl, it's an Alexander McQueen bag that said they sold out. She said that's the bag that Martell bought her. I guess, girl. Mama Joyce. Girl, so Candy's having they're having a party to show the trailer for the movie, The Pass. Oh, girl, The Pass is out, girl. I'm gonna watch it. Good. Did y'all hear when Mama Joyce walks up to Cynthia? Girl, bitch. When I tell you I holler. Ooh, girl. I love Mama Joyce. I don't care what none of y'all say. When Mama Joyce walked up to Cynthia, so mind you, they all at the party. To celebrate the movie, and also Drew is gonna perform. Girl, Mama walked up to Cynthia, grabbed her hands, and said, "Let me see if you got that thing on." Girl, talking about her wedding ring. And then she starts looking at Cynthia's hand, and here go Mama. Here go Candy. No, Mama. Girl, when I tell you, Mama just walked up to Cynthia. Well, they gave each other a hug. And then girl grabbed her hands. Well, let me see if you got that thing on. Start looking for her wedding ring. I said, bitch. Girl, what in the hell? Courtney walks up and tries to give Allison a hug. And Allison had her arms folded and shook her head like, no, ma'am. She said, I don't do that fake shit. Her and Allison had a talk. Her and Courtney had a talk. Courtney admits that she did call Drew a bitch. So she did. Courtney is a mess. Girl, did y'all hear what Courtney said? Did y'all hear when Courtney said, have you ever called her a bitch? I said, oh, bitch. And you heard what Allison said, oh, so you've been talking to Ralph, because that's the only reason why you will say that. When I tell you, girl, Ralph and Courtney, I don't know what's going on. That's why I said Drew would be a fool to continue to be in that marriage with that man. So now he's calling his cousin and telling Courtney information that she can use against you and your sister. Because that's the only reason why Courtney would even say something like that. Haven't you called her a bitch before? Girl, what? Girl, your husband is in contact with his cousin telling her information so she can use it against y'all when y'all get into an argument. Filming ended on January the 28th. I think it was January the 28th. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. That last 15 minutes was some bullshit, quiet as it's kept. Girl, they did all of that, girl, just for them to get in front of the camera. And see, this is when I started thinking, I don't know if Ralph and Drew playing a game with us. I don't know. Because I'm thinking, like, why are y'all playing this game? You have went back down to the studio, gotten into wardrobe, your judge, girl, just for you to get in front of the camera and tell us you can't really talk. Your lawyer told you can't say nothing. Girl, why are we here? Drew basically, girl, Drew supposed to eat Boochie Cat. Girl, I kind of believe it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let me tell you something. Listen, we not Miss Wanda. We don't believe it. Just because somebody say something don't mean that it's true. And just because something is on the blogs does not mean that it's true. And I know what I'm about to say is gonna sound ignorant. I know it's about to sound ignorant. But girl, they not out here saying Kenya is girl gay for pay. They not saying Kenya out here, girl, bumping purses. They ain't saying Sheree is a lesbian. They ain't saying Nene is a lesbian, girl. So all I'm saying is like, Drew, girl, you done got Mimi out here saying that you involved with Ty. They say the people in Atlanta saying you involved with Ty. Do I think that Ralph probably has pulled some stunts and did some shows to and leaked it or told someone, a source said he's the source, right? Something going on between Drew and Ty. She don't want to come out because she gonna hurt her mama's heart. Because girl, you got the homosexual spirit. Girl, you got that homosexual spirit in her. You know that same spirit they tell us we going to hell. Well, guess what, Mama? Guess what, Mama Drew? Girl, your daughter gonna be right there with us. Hello, hey, okay. Anyways, that same one you probably preach in the pulpit. Let me shut up. Sonia. I don't know if Sonya had to talk to Ducey by herself. The way she was making it seem was like, I have to tell Ducey, I have to tell Ducey. Not we have to, not Ross, not like, I don't know what's going on between, I don't know. I'm gonna just say they told Ducey that the baby didn't make it. Drew's still lying. She said she's crying. Last time we were here, we were so good, and they showed the date of January the 10th, 2023. Now I'm trying to fucking figure out, Drew. This is what I be talking about. Y'all be living in la la land in y'all relationships. Y'all do not like to accept reality. I get it. Sometimes you just want to hang. You don't want to accept the truth. But if January the 10th, they're showing the date of the last time you and Ralph, I guess, filmed a confessional together, and you're saying that we were so good on our last confessional, but girl, on March the 1st, girl, January, February, March, girl, you filing for divorce? How you go from being so good to girl running to the courthouse? Girl, when Marlo said that girl Drew must have threw a banana peel. But when Marlo said that Drew must have threw a banana peel and made Ralph slip, so she could beat him to the courthouse. When I tell you, baby, I was hollering. um, and then Courtney says Drew is bisexual. Ralph told her she likes to have fun with girls. She said I have pics of them on my phone. Y'all shouldn't have left me in there with that vodka that long. So I guess they over there liquoring the girls up, honey, so they can get down to the confessional and tell everybody business. Of course, girl like some fools. They don't think that they're being recorded. So Courtney thinking they're done recording. She's still talking. Now we see why she was pushing so hard for that adoption. This is what this bitch is saying. I'm sorry, not bitch. This is what this woman is saying. I'll take that back. I don't like to call women bitches no more, girl. Now we see why she was pushing so hard for that adoption. This is what this heifer was saying. because she was like, adopt this child so I can go be in my gay lover relationship. You pay the bills. I said, Bitch, Courtney ain't shit. Courtney ain't shit, but I want Courtney back. And I already told y'all why. Bring Courtney back, bring Allison back, honey. Mike Allison up, Mike Courtney up, Mike Ralph up, Mike Drew up. Baby, get the party started. Girl, get the party started. Because Allison won't smoke with Courtney. She do. And she want it with Ralph. Definitely. And she want it with anybody else. Allison gonna get anybody. If she feels as though you're mistreating Drew, Allison gonna be on your ass. I'm not saying that they are mistreating Drew, or I'm just saying that if Allison feels if you're mistreating Drew, she gonna be on your ass. Bring Allison onto the show if she's mentally strong enough. Bring her. Bring Sonia back because I want to see Ross and how supportive he is with this new baby. Let me shut up. All right, y'all. That was pretty much it, girl. Like I said, them last 15 minutes, girl, they could have saved that shit. Girl, y'all done went and started rolling the cameras again. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all done went. Let me fuss. I'm about to fuss, girl. Y'all literally woke people up out their bed. Girl, had the camera crew come back up, girl, just for Ralph and Drew to get their black asses down back to the studio, just for them to call their lawyers and say that they can't talk. Girl, shut it down. Girl, go home. Y'all go home. This is some bullshit. Girl, I done got the people out their bed thinking y'all about to come down here and tell us something. Girl, y'all done told us shit. If you know your lawyers weren't gonna let you talk, then girl, you should have told us. You could have told me this on the phone. Girl, I could have been at home with my man. Oh, somebody's man. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a nice night. Bye, y'all.